Alrighty. I feel like the quality of this video is gonna look really good, as you guys can tell. Sean, okay. So, as you can tell by the title of this video is gonna be about me, and kind of talking about the way how I got vaccinated for COVID-19. So for those who know about COVID-19, we all know that it is a deadly virus that is going around since, end of 2019, beginning of 2020. And it's pretty much taken the world by storm. It's been affecting everyone and their daily lives and things that they've been doing. And yeah, it's just been causing a lot of trouble and the reason why a lot of us are in quarantine and pretty much within this pandemic. And for me, I recently just got vaccinated for COVID-19 pretty much just a couple of weeks back. I didn't record any footage of me getting my first dose of the vaccine, purely just because it is honestly a process of getting the vaccine. So for those who have gotten the vaccine, you guys may also know that the system of getting a vaccine is just really, really bad. A lot of vaccination sites cared about your occupation and your age, but also at the same time, a lot of vaccination spots didn't really care about that at all. They also just kind of gave vaccines to whoever was there. Really, the system for getting a vaccine was first come, first serve. Whoever's there at that time is getting the vaccine, and whoever isn't there isn't getting the vaccine. And this is really difficult for elders, especially those who are over the age of 65, purely just because for those who aren't very tech savvy, it's hard to get your information on where the vaccines are being distributed, what times they are, how to go and schedule an appointment to get a vaccine, since that is what I had to do in order to get mine. And the system is just very flawed and is mainly there for people that understand how to use technology and able to get information much faster. So for me, in order to get a vaccine, I had to go and book an appointment with one of the vaccination clinics that was here locally in my area. The place that I went to was a close by urgent care, where on their website you can go and book an appointment for a vaccine, and pretty much you have to go and pretty much just put in your information. And also a very important thing is what your occupation was. So for me, I am a student worker at Sacramento State University. I do photography and videography, and most of the time, especially about 2 to 3 times a month, I would have to go on campus and get some photos and videos for the school. So I'd be pretty much just taking a lot of photos and videos and be putting it up for the school. And obviously it is pretty risky kind of going to campus, and especially with other people on campus as well. You also need to make sure that you know what you're doing and making sure that you are protected, as well as protecting others at the same time. So when I went to the urgent care, to the vaccination clinic, I had to go and check in myself pretty much. I had to wait in line for a bit. Once I got to the front of the line, I was able to get in, tell them about my occupation. When I first told them about my occupation as a student worker, I believe I was one of their first student worker employees to get the vaccine at their urgent care, and they had to go and check in with their manager just to make sure that student workers are allowed to get vaccines. Luckily, I was allowed to get a vaccine as a student worker, so pretty much I was approved of the vaccine, which I was super thankful for, since, obviously, especially in this day and age, with the pandemic going around, getting a vaccine is probably one of the most important things to do. So what they're going to do is that they're going to put you into one of their clinic rooms, and within the clinic room, they will do a little bit of a security checkup on you to make sure that they know who you are. Because sometimes what people may be thinking of what to do is pretty much just to check in their elders while going and taking their spots and pretending as if they are their elders. So in order to prevent that, they make sure to check in on your name, birthday, pretty much, the information that only you would know, just to make sure that you are the actual person getting the vaccine. And once they do a little bit of a security checkup on you, they will ask you which arm you want to get the vaccine in, either your left or right. For me, I chose my left arm. So after I chose my left arm, they actually gave me the Pfizer vaccine. That is the vaccine that I got. And they put it in. Honestly, did not hurt at all. I couldn't feel it. So for those who are afraid of needles, trust me, you honestly will not feel a thing. Honestly, if you just look the other way, which I did, you're not gonna feel a thing. And it was literally like less than a second to pretty much just get the vaccine. So again, very simple process, pretty easy. And yeah, it's just really easy to get in. Now, once the person who is advising the vaccine into you, once they have finished putting it, they will make you sit in that room for 20 minutes. Now, the reason why they do this is to make sure that if you ever do get an allergic reaction to the vaccine, that way they can help you out. Just in case if you get into your car right after you get the vaccine and you start to have some reactions, you don't want that while you're driving. So to prevent that, they make you stay in that room for 20 minutes, make sure that you're all good, you're not having any crazy reactions to it. and once that 20 minutes is up, you are free to go. So when all this happened, it was actually February 12th, and for my second dose, I was booked for March 12th. So generally, they will book your second dose pretty much a month after you get your first dose of the vaccine. And luckily for my second dose, I did document how it happened, so here is a clip of me getting my second dose of the vaccine. Alrighty guys, so pretty much I said I was going to be vlogging at the clinic for my second dose, and I did. I did it on my smartphone purely just because I didn't want to carry such a huge camera, so I filmed it on my smartphone. However, when I got back the footage and I was reviewing it, I realized that the files got somewhat corrupted for some reason. Like, there was no audio, and also like pretty much the video just turned into like some static images. So pretty much what I was saying at the clinic just completely went away, and I'm kind of sad about that. But I'm kind of just going to go over what happened at the clinic. I'm just going to do a little bit of a voiceover for you guys, and also kind of just talking about it, one step at a time. So pretty much I was putting on my mask, getting ready to go to the clinic, and we got in the car. Obviously we had to drive there. It was like about like a 20-minute drive to the clinic, since it's a little bit further away from where we are. And once we got there, there was quite a bit of a line. It wasn't crazy long, it was a little bit long, but I had to wait there for probably like a good hour until I got to the front. So while I was waiting in the line, they handed us pretty much just some forms that we have to write down, personal information, address, pretty much our history with COVID, if we had COVID, any symptoms, anything like that. You pretty much just had to sign yes or no. And then after that, they take your driver's license and insurance, scan it, they give you back like a paper copy, as well as your actual driver's license and your insurance card. And pretty much once you're done with that, they will put you either into groups, or in some cases, they will actually do the vaccine outside. So for me, I was grouped up with another guy who was actually a teacher, really cool guy, had a super cool personality, but him and I got put into a group, pretty much just to get our second dose of the vaccine. And we got into a small room. As soon as we got the shot of the Pfizer vaccine, the nurse who was giving it to us said that once we get it, we have to put a timer on our phone for 15 minutes. So once that 15 minutes is up, you guys are allowed to go. So pretty much they keep you in the room for 15, sometimes even 20 minutes, purely just because they want to check just to make sure that you're not getting any like severe or, allergic reactions to the vaccine. So once you're done with that 15-20 minutes, you're ready to go. And yeah, that's just pretty much the process of how the vaccine went. So I'm going to take it back to the other niche. Alrighty guys, and after I got my second shot of the vaccine, I am finally done with it. I finally got both of my doses, finally good. Obviously, getting the vaccine does not mean that you are COVID clear and that you can go anywhere you want. Obviously, you are a bit more, obviously the restrictions don't place against you as much now as it did before you got the vaccine. But again, you still want to make sure that you are wearing your mask, because even in the CDC, when I went to go look up how long do these COVID vaccines last, even the CDC doesn't really know exactly how long these vaccines last. So you guys want to make sure that, especially when you are going to places, that you are still wearing your masks. Again, just because you're getting the vaccine does not mean that you are completely free from COVID. Again, there are some certain things that could happen to you, but just make sure that you are being safe, you are being protective, and that way you're also protecting others in the process. But again, I am super thankful for getting both my doses of the vaccine. I know that a lot of people are still trying to get their dose of the vaccine, and I definitely recommend you guys to make sure and you go check up with your local urgent cares, local vaccination clinics, and pretty much just see how you can book your appointment to get the vaccine. I know it's really difficult since practically it is first come first serve. If you're not there in time, then you're not going to get your spot for the vaccine. So my recommendation is going to these urgent cares or these vaccination clinics much earlier in the day. Try to get there like early morning, like 5-6 o'clock in the morning, so that way you can stand in line, get your name on that waiting list, and then they will text you or call you when it's your turn. Go to the vaccination clinic, get your first dose of the vaccine. And honestly, once you get that first dose of the vaccine, getting the second dose is extremely simple since it is booked out. You already have your card filled out, and you're just gonna get it super simple like that. And guys, and hopefully with this vaccine, hopefully I can go and travel again. That is by far one of the biggest things that I do miss, especially being in this pandemic. I remember the last time that I've traveled was actually the beginning of 2020 in January. I went to San Diego to check out different colleges, and I was actually planning to go to a college in San Diego, but unfortunately, especially with COVID, I didn't want to take any chances of me going, out of my city. So I just obviously thought that the best option for me was just going to go to Sac State, so that way I am going to be safe from COVID. So yeah, definitely a lot of stuff that I've missed out on, especially with my college lifestyle, and honestly just, being free and being able to go outside and exploring a lot of these things. So definitely, hopefully with this vaccine, it will give me more hope to venture off and, get back into traveling. And that's definitely one of the biggest things that I miss. Just let me know how it goes. If you guys have gotten the vaccine, definitely leave it down in the comments below. I want to hear your guys' thoughts for getting it. And if you guys have had any reactions or you guys have heard any stories about it, please let me know. I'm really interested, and I've been reading up a lot of articles about the vaccines and everything like that. So yeah, that is going to do it for us on this video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.